I'm mute. What was it? If I ever called Domosa, or it has been a
Me
while.
wadomo.
It has been a while.
Baba. Yes. It has really been a
It has been a
while and
while.
been a
So
long,
please
long
now,
time. Wadomo.
get Mama Kere before my came no water.
Yes, like you all know, my name is Richie Ifaluyi Ugiagbe, aka evbakoe. I'm an actor, musician, a dancer, a choreographer, and also a writer, a script writer, and a director at most. I think I'm also a cultural dancer. I own a group, a band, and all that. So that's me.
Okay,
That's all I
well,
can say for
thank you
now.
so much.
Wadomo.
What's it? Mr. Evako, we've been in the
Wadomo, sir.
we were ima wa watch we menu ya we film we ya ke ya. So I want us
Yes,
to
sir.
they knew how before this drama ke wa working that way. They knew how were you a shoemaker, sumenda, wa ke ya.
Actually,
Because
I was
take
a
us through
student.
take us through history, how you got into the movie and all of that, to the Benin movie. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. That's going to take a while, but I'll just cut it down so that we
okay.
don't take much time. A student, I was just in my from my primary six, to class one and all that. A year like theater, a cultural group called Ine Theater Troupe International. That was 1993. Okay, 1993. While I was still in school, yes, when the theater and all that. So I started acting. I started singing actually, not recording album, but I learned my singing in that theater troupe, and then from there I started acting as well, which as my first film, my first movie was Ayomo Bizaga Part One, Part Two, and Part Three. This was VHS tape time, and then I also acted Omoma Giowade Part One and Two, which I was the major character, Omoma Giowade then. And then after some time, I was introduced. I was introduced to evbakoe to do evbakoe. Before this time, before evbakoe, I lost my mother 1995. Okay, I lost my mother 1995, and then Orire 1998 or 1997, and I invited me to do evbakoe with So to So, who was the marketer, the sponsorer of that job, while the director is Ute Tenegiabi then. Billy King was the writer, a brother from the same village, but we didn't knew ourselves. Mama Bima then. I think he knew about my mother's story, what happened to my mother when she was assassinated then. So he wrote that story, and then I was called upon to take that role. So as we move on, I was told to do a song for that movie as I was acting. So the one I met when he swear where this old song Nide Mudiaso Aderi Mariwo Aderi Mariwo Dome Aderi Mariwo. That song was so old, and then at this time I have composed my mother's song, which I said he can't release after that time when I'm capable to do that. And then I read Tamame about this music. Ni Sihwani na we el. I think I have a song that I composed for my late mother. Okay. Utete na woma as a director. Ona woma ginye hoe. I should just give a glance of that song. And then I started singing. Oh, 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 iye, iye mengo, iye mengo. As I was singing, the man said, "Stop, stop, stop, stop. This song is so touching. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to cry, please." Only said, only watch the video. Wow, I have a location. Who cares where? And as I was doing that song, my co-actors, they were all crying. I didn't know what was happening. I was just doing it with the whole of my heart, with the love I have for acting, and with the whole of my soul. So, Iriana Avie, I made Ogia, what is on his any say, near do your Avie. So, at the time in my year as a location, actually, we were on rehearsals when I did that song for like 2 weeks. At least a location. We did that job. We recorded that job in a Ute village. Ute village, the upper mission Wudo. So, Ariwawe party ni, I started the song after the slap of Ogbokundia, which is Eunice Omorige. I started the song. I started singing and singing and singing and singing. The next thing I heard was even sorry, my mom pateme nepa yanzuwa. So even no watch it that when I monitor like a small TV on the other side that the director always used to monitor what we are doing. And then Anna Imaniga gave a village in I mean the young boys and girls, as they were watching, they were all crying. They thought it was real. I tell you, they thought it was real. And then ya finish a party ni mena wa kan ladian. E ba ina be mu me ni be mu yotosin, ina wi ni we gbe ya mu ni be sun aye. Me wa ge de dokpa we owe ewe ma dere we peti ban. Ewe ma dere ban. Wo wa yi me wa vie na. Ina we ba ije. Bon ya kin. Wo sunu. Wo wa ya me wa vie ban. We ya wa gbe obi. Ina ije imami nika. Menale. Me getting a monitoring TV. So to cut the story short, that was how the movie got into the city. And then the first person that commended on that movie was Utete's younger sister. Utete's younger sister who watched that movie on a preview and said to me, in fact, you will win an award with this movie. You acted so well. You are the best. And what did I do? Where that movie I did. Okay. Now do you where a director no or watch okay. Now what we say? I thought it was just gonna go like that. But I discovered that I could not walk through the streets with my bare foot. People always gush and follow me around. When our normal car experience is stardom. So, but I couldn't stop it. I had to, take my fate. Do ya robi ya fe akidumi we mado other things like Guamadia, so many other things that we did before
A
we
question you
discovered.
know before Kingsley, before you get the question. A question you know, please, can you take us through?
Yes, sir.
Can you take us through? You said your mother died.
Yeah.
According to the video of the song, your mother, take us through. How did that happen? What you somewhere? Or you any?
Okay. Actually, it's a very sad story to say. It's always a touching part to me. I don't like saying it, but I will say it here. I'll say a little of it. What happened was that we made school. Yeah, school anytime. Huh? I was so happy that day. You know what I think before that day, my mother, my boy now was stroll like my mother so loved me, and she's like a friend to me. We went out, and I told her that I would like to have a bicycle, and she now said, "Wow, she'll get a bicycle for me, but she would like to be watching my movies." Okay, or were they a color TV? Color TV, my ladian, black and white. I mean, now were
What
they
year
color
was that?
TV? The buy. That was 1990. I think yes, 97. No, 90. No, my mother died 95. That it was that 95. 1995. That was 95. Yeah, my mother died 1995, March 13, 1995. So she was like, okay, fine, I'll get a TV, color TV, and a tape to, you know, ona okay. Obiere na iga, ori sederio, bi me bederi gbe, ira me, o mo yeki, ona ri, camera me no mo yeki. Meanwhile, there were so many other prophecies. No, I really meet younger way, near with me and all those stuff, but let's cut that short. Ona do lele rame ari eki rame na mo ari eki. Ikeno na ari eki ni eki na hana odo safaru gbodo no de ni ati okubu no. So ikeni na ari eki ni what they do is that omo no doge de no omo ge de yeku. So what they do is that eki no ri ni almost to rewota ni ani yugbo be de agbe ni ameke na enwe omo ro no here there or because they cannot go to the farm and then later they could not find someone a marketer to get those crops and all that, to get those plantain by. But so Yobuta the previous day before, or it is a degbe asonye yasiva. So yan babutani my mother was behaving somehow. She was looking at my face, looking at every one of us face. We are still, very young. So Iramegi Iyangisu there, to cut the story short, Iyana Duba Amena Wewe, Iyana Duba Ran Degbu Debe, Egbo Komu, Iyangi Irani, Iramena Tie Iboyoge, Ubie Tarabano. Ona we no Mwirani Uderi. Or we no Mwirani Uderi, we no ni waya Guge no wa Mwira. Iriya waya we touch Ladiamu. Stop there. He touched different touch from the both side. So my father said he was thinking it was a forest guard. All stopping here. So when I was Tony, not knowing where only no hamwe by Benny, you know why your piakawa fia bekun, only now what day, only my setting move at all. Then every man winning a turi. No, I explain my way. Or working here, muri key for business. Be no why aturi, eri an why eri okpa why mo isi double bare wa ko iyeki. Ona wa fi gbo. Thank God for my father, this tradition stuff. Emi na ro egbe, yen magi ko ejire de mi ro pari egbe mawe. O isi na wa ro aibe na ge iken. Then ibani na enwe in a forest guide. Ojiri na hin. Ona wa ton, ona wa de no mo isi niji. Or is a go drag. No wa be liye kere we no mi agegeri yeki. Ona wa so akalo. Oni is a wa be kalo omala o. Yen ri so ali sisi fwa. Ona face no mo pia. Ori re we in bun. There so much. We re na ile. Ori so alo pia fwa ne in ile lo to ti moto ona la we gboku mo na tule mu kian. Then my mother, ona gi ture this time eje me ture ne ona lele my uncle ne agba to tayo dao otira me no ori lele so kokyo a ona we no tira me ni hie unwera. This was in darkness so ebiebi so imotira me upage e ari ya dere so ifonpa mu nda adere gbe so ni na hi unwera oni gi unwera then 18 bana aro to ba no ni hi iji me ma seti hie ukmono ruan ukme zuzu ni ati ezuzu wege ni ona shine